Gordon Ramsay refused to pay for a lawyer for his brother. Ronnie is Gordon Ramsay's younger brother. They're 14 months apart and were close in their childhood. For years, Ronnie has struggled with substance abuse. One of the reasons was their difficult childhood. Their alcoholic father was violent with their mother. She ended up at the hospital a few times. The police would take the father away, so Gordon and Ronnie were sent to a children's home. Their father often had to change jobs. The family moved around 15 council estates. Sometimes the brothers changed schools twice a year. Their mother worked 3 jobs to keep the family afloat. She became Gordon's biggest inspiration.
The first ambition when I got successful was to give Mom her own house, her own garage, and a car. It's a big thing for a son to look after their mom. She went to hell and back to look after us.
Gordon fought to give his family security. He wanted to start a football career. He turned to cooking after any injury. He went on to work with Marco Pierre White at Harvey's. He was determined to reach the top of his profession.
I just wanted to better myself and get out of a situation that was unfortunate. I never expected that level of success. Like any success, it's worked for.
In 1998, Ramsay opened his own restaurant in Chelsea. It went on to gain 3 Michelin stars. In 2001, while his success grew, his brother spiraled into an addiction. Gordon says Ronnie mixed with the wrong crowd.
Sadly, he couldn't get out of that scenario and took a bad turn. You start off with a couple of joints, and then suddenly the dependency is far greater further down the line.
Gordon paid for Ronnie to attend rehab 5 times. His addiction almost made Ronnie miss their father's funeral. Gordon tried to get him to the service, but Ronnie refused until Gordon gave him money. He regretted paying for Ronnie's drugs that day. Ronnie was so high, he might not know what was happening. In 2007, Ronnie was arrested in Bali for possession. He spent 6 months in prison awaiting trial. He was fined $330 and jailed for 10 months. Indonesia has harsh prison sentences for such offenses, so Ronnie's sentence was remarkably generous. He was originally facing up to 10 years in prison. He asked his brother for $7,600 for a lawyer, but Gordon refused. Ronnie then threatened to kill him and his children. Gordon strengthened security around his home. After being released, Ramsay returned to England. He has spent time living on the streets. He has no contact with Gordon or their mother. Gordon gets upset when people think he uses substances too. He doesn't need them to be on top of his profession.
I have that reminder on a daily basis, how different it could have been if I'd gone down a different road and felt the country owed me something rather than fighting for something.
Gordon feels like he's failed his brother, but he admits he's done everything he could to help him.